Yo, what's going on, guys? Big Nate back with a video, and I got another tip for my beginners, people that are just starting out with their music production career. Again, I started in 2019, so I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I'm just gonna give you guys another tip that I struggle with along the way of making music, and it's something that I have to focus in on every time I go about this as well. This isn't something that you just get and it's done and over with. This is something that you have to constantly remind yourself and stay in tune with whatever element you're trying to create. So, you guys seen the title already, tips on sound selection, how to improve your sound selection, make it sound like the type of beat that you want to produce. So, my first key element, my first step to getting the sound selection you like is to listen to the music that you like already. Listen to the songs that are out. Listen to, the ones that you like, and then grab a notepad, something to write with, a pen, and write down the instruments that pop out to you right away. Write down, the guitar, the piano, or whatever it is that pop out to you. Write those down right away. Hopefully, you want to grab maybe like three instruments out of it. And I'd also write down like any effects or anything of that nature that you can hear as well. Write all that information down. I do that for probably about 3 songs or so, where you got 3 instruments on each song, and then you can see what instruments, that type of vibe or genre that you're going for, they typically use, and you can, select the ones that you like out of that, out of those 3 songs that you listen to. So for step two, I would then, after you already listened to 3 songs and you got 3 instruments for each song, I would listen to another 3 songs, and I would again choose the first 3 instruments that pop out to you, write them down. But on these 3 songs, you want to, after you've written down the first 3 main instruments, listen to those background instruments. Listen to the ones that aren't just popping out to you right away. What other sounds do you hear? Write those ones down, because those will be the ones that are more texture and give you that feel versus the ones that just pop out right at you, like a guitar or a synth or whatever it is that they have as the key instrument. You also want to know those background instruments. So write down the first 3 that pop out, and then after you got those out of your mind and you've associated, after you got those 3 out of your mind and you've figured out what the main elements are, you want to then focus on the smaller elements like the hi-hat. How loud is the hi-hat? What is the subtlety of that, and the clap and the snare? What are those percussion instruments? Like, if you can get those down, then you'll really get into that niche, that genre that you're looking for, and your sound selection will be very precise. And that's really what it comes down to. You have to have that top, those main instruments, you got to have those right. But then you also have to have that sub layer, that those elements that add texture, those instruments that add textures, like the hi-hats or the snare, the clap, and the perks. That's really a big one. So that's really all I have for you guys. Just some quick tips on sound selection. Listen to your favorite songs, pick out the key instruments, listen to some more, pick out the key instruments, remove them, and then hear what else do you hear. Focus on those, and then after you've done that, compile a song of your own using, elements from each one of those songs that you used. So I just wanted to throw that tip out there on top of my last video, which went over the effects drill. So after you selected all your sounds, I would go into that effects drill and putting all those effects onto those sounds and making those sounds, come to life and really adapt to the production that you're producing. So
Hey, this big Nate.
I appreciate you guys for sticking around for another video. Sound selection tips. These will definitely get you in that niche category. You'll definitely like what you produce after doing this drill. All right, guys. Peace.